What's going on, guys? Today we are going to take my S3 and David's S3 over there, and we're going to run these both on the dyno, and hopefully at the track, if we have enough time, we're going to switch out a few parts to see the differences between the tune and an intake system. So we are going to run my car on the Dyno Jet real quick to see what it makes front wheel drive. We've disconnected the controller for the rear diff, and we'll get you guys a number here because I know that this dyno I've used so much that I just know what cars should make. So I'll know what this thing makes here, and then we're going to put it over on the Mustang and see the difference there, and hopefully get these two dynos to read the same so that when we switch between them, everything works as it should. So on that front wheel drive pole, it made 352. Pulled a little bit of timing. This little blip over here at the end was the shift to fifth. Basically the same there, we just cooled it off a little bit, and I tried getting into the throttle slightly different. This thing's kicking down and I'm trying to figure out why, but 355 on that pole. Basically the same power, just carried a little bit further is all.
That's it.
Because you had to learn how to do all this in like a week. Yeah, from like cell phone videos to proper videos. Pretty much. Dude, they're coming a long way though, man. They look a lot better. Dude, you're killing it.
Working on it.
Yeah.
We're having fun.
That's what it's all about though, right?
Yeah, it is.
As Dan kind of pointed out, this is on the Dyno Jet. Car made 355 on the Dyno Jet. So to try and get the Mustang calibrated, we're gonna run it on both. And we got this really cool old school manual to try and get them to read the same. So the car's running front wheel drive. We'll run his front wheel drive. We'll run it all wheel drive once we get this dyno calibrated to match the Dyno Jet. All right, first test on the Mustang. All right, let's roll it. Alright, so we took the data off the Dyno Jet that we know is dead on accurate. Got the uncorrected power and the corrected power. And we think we've got the Mustang calibrated now, using the same car, running it in front wheel drive. So, inertia base versus the solid state, ran it front wheel drive. And I have to change some numbers to make it match because this dyno's never ran before. So we had to calibrate the roller speed for the car mile an hour. And then, well, I have to go exit test. We went into the calibration settings on the dyno and got this all to match up. So now we're hoping that the Mustang will match the Dynojet over there. So I'm gonna put you guys down and we'll give her a run, give her a rip.
Alright guys, we just finished calibrating the dyno, so now the Mustang matches the Dynojet, and the reason we did that is we have so much experience with the Dynojet, we want to be able to know if a car has an issue when we put it on the dyno, but the power levels are totally different. We won't know, you know, if we're looking at a mechanical problem, a tune issue, or if it's just the dyno reading differently. So now both the dynos are within, you know, variance of just a couple horsepower. We've just ran my car in front wheel drive on both dynos. So we've got 353 corrected, 284 actual, and then there's the torque numbers. So we'll go over here. So same shop, same day, same weather conditions, same correction factor, everything. So over here on the Dynojet, we ran my car also front wheel drive, and these are actual numbers.
Then you want them.
So a couple of different runs, 284, 286, and then if we go corrected, we've got 352 and 355. So that variance is what you're going to have run to run, and you can see kind of the difference between those two poles are basically the same. What we're going to do now is plug the rear diff controller back in on the Audi, and we're going to run it in all-wheel drive mode, and then we can see the power loss there. Now that we have the dyno's reading the same, the only difference now is going to be that we're going to hook the link back up on the all-wheel drive portion and make the car all-wheel drive by plugging that controller back in.
This is how you make a front-wheel drive Audi all-wheel drive again. Dan's going to crawl up under here to the rear diff and plug the little computer in.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, on the dyno's not the best place to do this, but we're gonna try.
Okay.
Are we all-wheel drive again?
Yeah.
Cool.
We're good.
So then what we're gonna do is start the car, and then disconnect the battery, do a capacitive discharge, so you touch the positive and negative together just to make sure if there's any codes, they're all gonna be cleared out and reset. And then we're gonna run the car all-wheel drive.
362 correctly.
Woo! Yeah.
Very frightening.
So what's crazy is
Covers on.
292 is the stock horsepower number. That's what Audi rates it at the flywheel at sea level.
Oh,
and we just made that uncorrected at what? 4,800 foot,
That's
8,100
awesome.
PA.
And corrected, we made 362 with 397 foot-pounds.
Yeah, that's killer.
Killer. Good job, man.
Let's see what the other one does.
Yeah, you guys did awesome.
60-roll and forward. Air horn start. 1 off. Yeah. Yeah. No brake boosting. You're gonna give me a thumbs up when he's at 60.
Yep.
You're gonna give me a thumbs up when he's at 60. Yep. Thumbs up.
So we're both gonna look at Jamie and give him one of these, and then we're gonna hit it. We're putting heat in it.
Alright guys, we got David's car on the dyno now, so we are going to run his to compare the APR tune to the integrated engineering tune. So you have, as far as hardware, what do you have on here? You have an integrated engineering intake.
That's it. Otherwise, our cars are all the same. So it's the APR intercooler came with the car, downpipe came with the car. I changed the intake, transmission tune, the ECU tune, and there's no resonator. That's it.
Okay.
So it's the same car, the different intake for the most part, and different software.
All right.
The tune's different.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Is that about what yours was? A little more?
I think that's, yeah, that's higher than mine.
Yeah.
309 actual.
So it made 311 in the dyno and the springs uncorrected.
309.
Okay.
383.
So that means that the dyno is good because it
So
made 311 on a different dyno.
Yeah, it made 311
Yeah.
on that Dynacom down at home.
What, 309?
309. Yeah.
And so this makes sense too, why this is a touch faster than yours. It is making a little more power.
Yeah.
So the best on his, we got 292
Yeah.
uncorrected.
Yeah, so you called it.
20 torque.
You actually called it 20 horsepower is what you
That's
said.
kind of what I figured.
And it made 20 more.
And it made 27 more foot-pounds of torque. Well, this is on straight 91. We got 5 gallons. That's fine.
Love that shit.
All right, so you want to do one more tug?
Yep, one more
as is, and then we'll put the 85 or the 85 in.
I'll put about 2 gallons in. That might be a little rich because I'm right above a half, but it should be. It'll still be safe. So we'll do 2 on this.
Did you bring some or?
No.
Okay, I only brought 3 gallons because that'll
be fine. We'll just stick. Well, we can always get more.
We can stop and get some.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
All right. Let's do it again.
Brent's gonna show us how it's done.
Yeah, right.
He says, "Yeah, right," and then he just takes off on it.
Bunny hop it.
All I got. Worn out.
That's it?
I gotta get to the gym.
When are you gonna have time for that?
I won't. I just gotta ride a unicycle more than once a day.
Yeah.
Okay, it's your turn.
All right, who's next? Illy?
Oh, fuck no, man.
No?
No, just no.
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 Jamie, you up?
Backwards spot.
Nope.
Nope.
Not doing it, huh?
Somebody's got to stay in one piece.
All right.
I think that's all she's got.
Survey says a repeat of last time, 315 and 374.
So the last one it did.
So that was after letting the car cool off.
315.2, but 354 torque. So we gained 20 foot-pounds letting it cool off.
Oh, so that's
so the power
significant.
stayed the same, but
Right.
it just came on harder.
Yeah.
We're still cool enough on temp. I might rip it again real quick. Just why not? It's still cold.
All right. Last run, 322.7 actual. So more power, slightly less torque at 365. That was basically 2 runs back to back.
Yeah, from a stone cold car. So first one, we're like 120 degrees on the oil temp. So that's really cold. So we made the most torque, but we lost a little power. And then this one, we ran at like 140 degrees. We lost a little torque, but the power is the best it's made all day. That was 322.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right.
There we go. Let's get her run strap.
Well guys, I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me at the shop today. It was awesome to get the all-wheel drive dyno finally completely running and dialed in so that it matched the dyno jet. That way moving forward, whenever we dyno a car on either dyno, it'll have basically the same result. So my car was within a couple horsepower when we tested it on both dynos in the front-wheel drive mode. In the all-wheel drive mode, it put a little bit more load on the engine, which brought the boost pressure up slightly. It made a couple more horsepower, but not much. I think it made 292 in all-wheel drive and 285 or 286 or something like that in front-wheel drive. So basically the same result. I'm excited for testing a few more things on that. We did kind of run out of time today to swap parts as far as hardware goes, but we did test David's car and against mine to compare the integrated engineering tune versus the APR tune, which is what I have on my car. Some other updates that I have for you guys. The CRX sadly is torn down currently because the last time that I had this at the track, I was trying to run that 10 and it just wouldn't give it up. I got an 11.03, I think, out of it, but I did end up damaging the block, so I cracked some sleeves. Not sure if you'll be able to see that, but right there is a crack, and right here is a crack. Basically, all 4 cylinders have cracked sleeves on that block, so I've got to get a new block put together to get this going again. The Civic is together and running. I do have one wiring issue that I need to figure out with the anti-theft device that my brother had installed in that thing previously. I believe what happened with that is the fuel pump upgrade that I did when we had this thing at the dyno last. I put a 450 in it, and I think that the additional load of that upgraded fuel pump is pulling too much current for that anti-theft device, and it's making it get uncomfortably hot. It actually burnt my hand one day when I had driven this thing, and I had to remove it because I was in an area that I didn't know. And so that's kind of where I'm at with that. I should hopefully have some time pretty soon to get working on that again. And I'm excited to get the all-wheel drive stuff going on this. And I hope you guys are excited as well. So it was really awesome hanging out basically all day at the shop today, getting that dyno finally up and going for you guys. And I got to race Sean on the dyno, and that was actually really super fun and cool. So make sure you watch the PFI video to see the other half of that. And thanks again, guys, for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and get subscribed. And I'll see you guys in the next one.